several ways throughout my life. So it just all kind of really touched home and made a lot of sense. Everything that they said, and their reactions, the stigmas, and everything. It was something that I could relate with a lot.
It's good to appreciate people uplift you. You don't see in yourself and say, you know what, Brenda, you can do this, you can do this. And that's the woman I am talking about. She saw me, she appreciated me, and she's like, you know what, Brenda, you can do this.
Children with autism or disability or what, like, are very crucial to her. She normally chooses a community that she feels she wants to impact, and I'm glad it's making her happy, and she's changing the world in that community and empowering people to know and learn about the challenges of being that person we watched in the movie.
This one, specifically this one right here tonight, the movie. I mean, if you aren't here, you have missed, because it did not only highlight what we all know, but it actually gave us some sort of a lesson. Because
it's very interesting to see people in the diaspora start this kind of initiative, because for a very long time it's been so neglected, and it's very interesting to see people in the diaspora now get into this gray area. Because
this is 76 Media Toronto. Once again, my name is Ali Kaviri, and thank you so much again for joining us for yet an incredible episode of 76 Media Toronto, and especially our segment around community events in Toronto. My name is Ali Kaviri, and today we are here at Sackville, Toronto, between the intersection of Sackville and Dundas Street East. And tonight we are here to basically attend the premiering of a movie dubbed When You Become Me. It's such an incredible movie, and this movie talks about equalization of opportunities for persons with disabilities. This is the movie that was shot in Uganda by an organization called Reach a Hand, and this movie highlights the challenges people with disabilities face on a daily basis. If you watch this movie, there's so much lessons to pick, and these are things that sometimes we don't even pay attention to. I invite you to join us as we bring you all the actions from this place. This movie has been premiered here in Toronto with the support from Mulongo Diaspora Foundation.
Mostly from the pandemic, And we have to recognize that we need help. So we would like to recognize that we need help, and such is the movie. So today, we'll be launching the movie, When You Become Me.
This is Africa Maseko, winning her battles. She doesn't know it yet. For a long time, she believed her barriers were external, and now she's facing the biggest barrier of them all, her mind. The internal block that has kept her safe for long and now prevents her from blossoming. She's powerful, but her story is only just getting started, and I came into her life to show her just that. This is how it all began.
Really, to overlook your little media rant and increase your salary in your current position, not to mention fully paid for vacations. For this, you will work alongside Stuart, mentoring him for this current position.
Look, I've worked in this company for 9 years. Now you're wanting me to play a grandpa's role of...
I was mocked and criticized for not being good enough because I had dyslexia, and I worked very hard to eradicate it out of my life. So now I will not allow to be a laughing stock to anyone again.
And yet you commit that same atrocities to your family members. God forgive you.
I work very hard for everything. All of this is me. No one helped me. I say, no one helped me.
So why does Africa have to go through the same thing?
She should be grateful for what she has. Yet she mocks me in my own house by making me a job for the whole country.
It's time you place those childish worries aside, lest you will lose the very thing that you love.
What is that?
Your family.
My name is Solomon Namble, aka Mama Pitbull. I am the director and founder of the Heritage Village Mothers Foundation.
How did you find this movie?
The movie was so nice, so beautiful, and very educative, very informative. I have, everybody knows, or some people may not know, like one of my siblings, she's hard hearing, she's deaf, she uses sign language. So the movie was speaking directly to me. I grew up with her. I experienced the injustice that she was getting, the stigma that was around her, everything that she does. So it was speaking directly to me, and I'm so glad that they made such a movie to bring about the awareness about people with disabilities. So it was a very perfect movie. If you were not here, you missed a lot. You really missed a lot. I loved it. I loved every moment.
So for parents that do not treasure their So my name is Innocent Karuhanga, part of this large community, an amazing community of Ugandans here. I've worked with the Mulongo Foundation in different ways, in different opportunities. But this one, specifically this one right here tonight, the movie, I mean, if you aren't here, you have missed, because it did not only highlight what we all know, but it actually gave us some sort of a lesson, because I think most of the things we have ignored when we were young, and we somehow ignored when we looked at people with disabilities, we used to laugh at them. But what a movie that brought us some sense of understanding, some sense of belief that we actually need to learn more. And I'm glad that I came to Toronto, so I'm hoping that tomorrow, on Saturday, people will continue to come, because I have learned so much myself. You know, I grew up in Uganda. I used to look at people with disabilities and I used to think they have a curse. Exactly the same things that were telling the movie. But now, we understand. We know where they come from. And what an amazing organization as well. But I'm hoping that people can actually embrace this whole idea that we need to look beyond and above the disabilities. The disabilities are actually not for the people that actually have disabilities. Maybe even us ourselves have disabilities that we don't know. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here.
Cruz, I'm from here in Canada, born and raised. I enjoyed the movie. It was something that's near I have personally dealt with in several ways throughout my life. So it just all kind of really touched home and made a lot of sense. Everything that they said, and the reactions, the stigmas, and everything. It all was something that I could relate with a lot and get used to.
My name is Brenda Nakato, Mulongo Diaspora Foundation CEO. I'm so happy to be here. I am a twin. As everybody, I don't know if everybody can understand that Mulongo stands for. I am a twin. In my culture, it stands for Mulongo stands for a twin. So I love that one, and I decided to make it a twin thing. So that it's like personally for a twin, but as a twin, I love that. It's not common to be a twin, but I am so happy to be a twin. I am a sister, I have a brother. This is gonna be so amazing. You were here, we just watched an amazing movie, When You Become Me. And I would love to appreciate Humphrey, reach a hand, appreciate us and agree for us to collaborate with him. And we are so happy so that we have launched that movie here in Toronto. Right? There are so many people who love that, but he gave us that chance to us to launch that movie here. It's so amazing people, amazing movie, and so many people are like, oh, can you have that movie again and again and again? I don't know if capture everything, like people's reaction and everything. Everybody was so amazing about the movie. It's so touching. It's so touching, so painful. Like I saw some people were crying watching the movie. So it's so amazing movie. And we do appreciate all the actors. Oh, Africa, we love you so much.
My name is Doreen Kajumba. I am here to support Nakato, Brenda, the Executive Director of Mulongo Diaspora Foundation. Yeah, on her journey to change the world.
Interesting. So what has been like your reflection of tonight and today being the very first curtain raising event? What are your thoughts? What are your reflections about tonight?
I think the movie was a good one, and to me, it all turns to what I was saying, that she loves to change the world. No one would ever think that children with autism or disability or what are very crucial to her. She normally chooses a community that she feels she wants to impact, and I'm glad it's making her happy, and she's changing the world in that community and empowering people to know and learn about the challenges of being that person we watched in the movie.
Maybe your last message, especially to people in Africa, in Uganda, especially where issues around discrimination, stigma around people with disabilities still exist.
I think my word to everyone who thinks disability is inability is, like the movie taught us, look at the inner person. Don't look at the outside person. Because I can look however, and you think I'm perfect when I have a very bad inside. And I can look so ugly, but I'm very beautiful inside. So don't look at people from the outside. Look at their ability and their inner persons and what they can do to change the world and the community they belong to.
Thank you so much, ladies, and all the very best in the upcoming events.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Sure.
My name is Derek Chizanda. I work as the Executive Director at Mental Health Uganda. So I am here because there is a desire to start rigorous work around mental health, especially after COVID-19. So it's very interesting to see people in the diaspora start this kind of initiative because for a very long time it's been so neglected, and it's very interesting to see people in the diaspora now get into this gray area, because if we don't, then we will have devastating effects. Because first we have the second youngest population in the whole world after Niger, with 58% below 18 and 78% below 30. But then many of these young people are moving along the mental health continuum. So they are moving from good health to ill mental health. So if we don't intervene, if we don't put a lot of money into prevention, then we are likely to have a lot of issues accelerating, especially people getting into treatment more.
So how did you find generally the movie itself?
The movie was very interesting. It revealed things that I have seen for many years of work, but then they every day they manifest like new. So you are seeing them, but you are also like seeing them for the first time. They are very revealing. The context change every time, so it's not the same context maybe, but they seem to be very similar, and they have been around for a very long time. I think this is very educative. It was quite long, so to keep the concentration up can be kind of a challenge. But for me, the tricky bit is that every section of the movie was so interesting. It was more revealing. It shows how stigma and discrimination are manifested in society today, how they change face, how people hide behind ignorance, behind stigma, to actually discriminate people with disabilities. So that was very interesting.
I love you too. I love you too. So when people wear my clothes, I want them to feel unique, confident, and happy about themselves. I would like to say thank you to my team, my crew. Thank you so very much for everything that you have done to make this show a great success.
Thank you.
being the very first time it has been, showcased or premiered in Toronto, Canada, it's been such a great event. And of course, as you get to know and hear about people's reaction, you will definitely see how what we need to do, especially to ensure that we all work together for a just and fair society, a society that everyone lives and become productive in whatever way they choose to be. We all want to live in a just and fair society, and this movie talks about how we can eliminate barriers, especially that put our brothers and sisters, our family members who have special needs, how we can work towards equalization of opportunities in workplaces, in families, in generally everything. So we invite you to join us yet again on this journey. We are here at Sackville in Toronto for the premiere of When You Become Me. It's a movie that you should look out for. Of course, my last message to the organizers, it's been such an incredible event.